Welcome back to Tech by Pike. You know, I've always been a fan of the Alienware gaming laptop and desktop lineup. Even when they launched back in the 1990s, mid-90s, as an independent manufacturing company, I would go out to their website and spec out my dream machine, but never actually purchase it because, I was just starting out in my career and I couldn't afford something this nice. I think my machine at the time, my laptop, was a Dell XPS. Speaking of which, Dell ends up buying Alienware back in 2006. Their gaming laptop was the XPS series, and they ended up moving that over into a business line and putting Alienware as the forefront of their gaming lineup. So anyway, 20 plus years later, I have an actual Alienware here for me to review for you, which I'm really excited about. This one we're going to unbox today is a M17 R4 gaming laptop. It has an i7 108070H processor, an RTX 3070 graphics card. It has a 1TB solid state drive. It has a 360 hertz panel with 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm really excited about this one. Let's get into it. Our 17-inch M17 R4 Alienware laptop comes with a magnesium alloy chassis. This is the lunar light color. There is a dark side of the moon color. I think it's just black. You got the little alien insignia there on the top. I believe that lights up. On the right-hand side here, we got the an air vent. You have an Ethernet jack, you have a USB port, and the headphone jack. On the back here, you have two big air vents. You have the power cable port. You have I think this is a jack for an amplifier for an external GPU. You have a USB-C with a Thunderbolt, and then a mini display, and then an HDMI port. On the left hand side, you have another air vent. You have two USB and a mini SD slot. It would have been nice to have a regular size SD slot. The laptop lid, you need two hands for that. The hinges are pretty stiff, and it looks like if you've logged on before already, then once you lift the lid, the laptop turns on automatically. That is interesting. there's some venting right underneath the lid, underneath the monitor here, and I think that is for the air to be blown out. For more, it's just more venting, and then you got the little power button right here. And from what I understand, if you're on battery power only, your little alien here will turn orange as a warning that you're getting low on battery life. The keyboard is pretty nice, lots of key travel. Ooh, I like that. And I like the fact that it has a number pad. I don't see the significance of having a number pad on a 15-inch, but on a 17-inch, I like this. Let's see here. Not a lot of give on the keyboard. Not much flex. Ooh, pretty rigid. Not much flex there or around the edges or the front. The trackpad is pretty nice. Precision. Feels great. Yeah, I think this is probably one of the better keyboards I've actually worked with or reviewed. I like that a lot. The screen has pretty small bezels on the top and the left and right side. It's a little thicker at the bottom. There is a webcam at the top of the lid, and I'm guessing that will be a 720p. All right, let's take a look at the bottom of the laptop here as soon as I turn it off. Looks like we got 3 long rubber feet to keep the laptop off of the hard surface to allow for venting. Looks like we got some grills here where the fans can blow hot air out. And we've got a couple speakers here, downward facing, and looks like 2 openings here for the speaker sound to come out the front of the laptop, which I didn't see before. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at the internals. So the bottom plate was actually fairly easy to remove. 8 screws, like I said, they're Phillip heads. And some of them are short and some of them are long. Just remember where the screws came from. That might be important. And some of them didn't even come out of the bottom plate, but they did come out enough to where we could remove the bottom plate from the laptop. Let's go ahead and turn that over. Magnesium alloy, very rigid. Yeah, very nice. Set that to the side here. At first glance, we've got the 86-watt battery. We have the 2 down-facing speakers. And okay, so we have 2 speakers that are facing the front of the laptop underneath the lid. So it's a 4-speaker system. That's great news. We have the 1 terabyte SSD, and then we have a second bay here for another SSD, PCIe. And oh, looks like we have another smaller bay for an SSD. So lots of opportunity for upgrading for storage. That's great. We have the 2 fans here, and then feels like, I'm not going to lift this up, but it feels like the heat pipes are here maybe. Let's take a look. I don't want to mess with it. Oh wow, so the heat pipes are underneath here, and that is interesting. So the heat pipes are underneath this part of the motherboard. The fans blow out this way and out the back. Remember the big large grills here. It is a Wi-Fi A6. I'm not seeing the Wi-Fi card anywhere, so it must be soldered to the underside or the top side of the motherboard. And then I'm not seeing the memory. It's 16 gigs, 2933 megahertz, and I'm not seeing those modules at all or any opportunity for upgrading. So it looks like it's just the storage you can upgrade on this laptop. That's too bad. That's unfortunate. But like I said, plenty of opportunity for storage. Okay. So this laptop weighs, let's check it out here, by itself 6 pounds, 9.6 ounces, and with the cable and the power brick, it comes out to 8 pounds, 11.6 ounces. Not light at all. And more than likely, I would not be traveling or taking this anywhere in some kind of a 17-inch backpack. More than likely, I would be keeping this stationary on my desk. So some final thoughts on the M17 R4 Alienware gaming laptop unboxing. And I'm going to do it in a way of a pros and cons list. The cons is short, but significant, and I'm going to start with the memory. I did a little research during the process of creating this video, and I did find out that the memory is soldered to the motherboard. This one has the 16 gigs. Now you can go out to the Alienware website and get the same laptop, but with 32 gigs of memory. Obviously it's going to cost a little more. Would it cost more if the memory was actually swappable? Would it cost as much as the 32 gig laptop out on the Alienware website? I'm not sure. I didn't do the numbers, but it's something to consider. Another con is the Wi-Fi card is also soldered to the motherboard. Now, it's not as significant as the memory, but it would be nice for longevity's sake if that Wi-Fi card was swappable. Another thing is the I/O cables here. This is a pro. The I/O cables in the back for better cable management. I think that's fantastic. You'll see in other videos that I've created that I really appreciate having the I/O in the back for better cable management. Now, the miss is that even though the I/O is in the back, there's some I/O in the front of the laptop on the left and right side. And I understand why. It's because of the venting. You have the venting in the back here, and I get that. But maybe there would be a way to reconfigure to where all the I/O is in the back as well, instead of the sides. Some positives are the 360 hertz panel, 5 milliseconds of refresh rate. It is a G-Sync panel with 328 nits, so that is definitely a plus. The keyboard has nice tactile feel. I really enjoyed typing on this. And then the 4 speakers, so the speakers that point down towards the whatever you have this thing sitting on, and then the other 2 pointing out towards you. Now, I don't know if that is significant or not, but there is an opportunity, and we'll find out in the next video when we do some benchmarking. I think those are significant positives. Another positive is the RTX 3070. So NVIDIA has gone away from the Max-P and Max-Q designations on their video cards, but this one is a 140 watt Max-P version, so not a Max-Q. So another positive for this particular lineup. So I am really excited to get this turned on, do some benchmarking, and I'll bring that video to you as soon as I possibly can. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from Tech by Pike, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out, it helps out the channel, and we can bring more videos like this to you, and we appreciate the help. Thanks a lot.